Hey there, YouTube followers. This is Michael of Painting War Games, and today I'm doing Blood Angels Codex Review Elites Part 2. I'm going to try to keep this one, try to get through the rest of it. There's quite a bit of it, so we'll see where I get. There might be a Part 3 to the Elites. I don't know yet. Haven't quite planned it out. Willing to bet there is a Part 3, so. Alright, guys, we are on page 71, and that goes to the standard Dreadnought. For the Blood Angels. Dreadnought is 100 points. It's weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 6. It's front and side armor 12, rear 10, initiative 4, 2 attacks, 3 hull points. It comes standard with a multi-melta, a power fist with built-in storm bolter, searchlights, smoke launchers, has furious charge special rule. You may take items from the Dreadnought weapons list, which I have never really looked at. So let me go there and let's take a gander. Dreadnought weapons. He can be upgraded to take a twin-linked auto cannon for 5 points, twin-linked heavy bolter for 5 points, twin-linked heavy flamer for 5 points. He can take a plasma cannon for 10 points, an assault cannon for 25 points, or twin-linked las cannon for 25 points. So standard Dreadnought type stuff. He may replace the Power Fist and built-in Storm Bolter with one of the following: a missile launcher for 10 points, or a twin-linked auto cannon for 15 points. He can replace the Storm Bolter with a heavy flamer for 10 points, take extra armor for 10 points, and he can take a drop pod as a designated transport. Well, all in all, this is your standard Space Marine Dreadnought. It just comes with Furious Charge. That's the only difference. Alright, page 72, we're on to the Death Company Dreadnought, which I have mine sitting here. It's still not being worked on. Yeah. So the Death Company Dreadnought is 125 points. The only difference with him is that he has 3 attacks, and I believe he has 3 attacks. So he's strength 6, front and side is 12, rear is 10, initiative 4, 3 attacks, 3 hull points. So, basic stuff. He comes with a Power Fist with built-in Meltagun. He has another Power Fist with built-in Storm Bolter. He comes with searchlights and smoke launchers. He has the special rules Furious Charge and Range. And another one called None Can Stay My Wrath. Death Company Dreadnoughts ignore the effects of Crew Shaken and Crew Stun damage results, but still lose a whole point. So, kind of cool. You know, instead of that happening, they just keep going. He may replace both Power Fists with a pair of Blood Talons, retaining the built-in weapons for 10 points, which is how I built mine. Because I have Blood Talons, gotta like them. May choose one of the following. He can replace a Storm Bolter with a Heavy Flamer for 10 points, replace the Meltagun with a Heavy Flamer for free, may replace the Smoke Launchers with Magna Grappler for free, and may take a designated transport. This is just a really killy Dreadnought. This is like the infantry need elite killy Dreadnought of the Blood Angels. I really like it. The Blood Talons, I think, are the way to go, and just leave everything the same. You could give them the Magna Grappler. I know mine is made that way. You know, it's really up to your choosing. He's really good at that points. I mean, for 135 points, because you upgraded for the Blood Talons, he's golden right there. Now we're getting on to the Furioso Dreadnought. He's 125 points. He is weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 4, strength 6, front armor 13, side 12, rear 10, initiative 4, 2 attacks, 3 hull points. He comes with built-in multi-melta with a Power Fist with built-in Storm Bolter, searchlights, smoke launchers, has Furious Charge. May replace one Power Fist and built-in weapon for a frag cannon. Now this thing, I'm really confused about the frag cannon as to why you'd ever want to use it. It's a template. It's the Flamer template, from what I understand. It's Strength 6, Assault 2, Rending. Okay, it's a flamer template. You get 2 of them. Big whoop. It's strength 6 with rending. No AP. I guess an argument could be said that, oh, the toughness 3 guys, they'll instant kill them. Okay, but they still get their 6+ save, and if you get 6s to wound, they rend and they auto die. I don't know. I don't see a use for the frag cannon. Maybe someone out there can make an argument for me for it. May replace both Power Fists with a pair of Blood Talons with the built-in weapons in it. May choose one of the following. Replace Stormbolter with Heavy Flamer for 10 points. May replace Meltagun for Heavy Flamer for free. Take extra armor for 15 points. And may replace Smoke Launchers with Magna Grappler for free. To be honest, guys, I honestly think the Death Company Dreadnought does it better than the Furioso. Granted, he has a increased weapon skill and he has an increased weapon skill and front armor of 13, but I don't know, he just doesn't do it for me. I like him, but then again, I like the Death Company one better for what I would be using it. Alright guys, we're actually getting through this kind of faster than I thought. Now we're on to the Terminators, and I'm going to do both of these guys as a whole. So, they're on page 74 and 75. So the ones on page 74, standard Marine stat line, except they have 2 attacks and they have a 2+ save because they're Terminators. You get 4 Terminators and 1 Terminator Sergeant for 200 points, and that's on both the Terminator Squad and the Assault Terminator Squad. So you get 5 of them for 200 points. The regular Terminator Squad comes with, they both have Terminator armor. Regular Terminators have Stormbolter, Power Fist, Power Sword on the Sergeant. They have their special rules. They both have special rules of They Shall Know No Fear, Combat Squads, and Furious Charge. The Assault Terminators have Terminator armor and 2 Lightning Claws is what they generically start with. So regular Terminators, or both of them, you can buy up to 5 more for 40 points a guy. Kind of cool. For regular Terminators, you may replace any Power Fist with a Chain Fist for 5 points. For every 5 models in the Terminator Squad, 1 Terminator may choose one of the following. He may replace a Stormbolter with a Heavy Flamer for 10 points. He may replace a Stormbolter with an Assault Cannon for 20 points. Or it could take a Cyclone Missile Launcher for 25 points. And of course, they can take Land Raider Crusader, Land Raider Redeemer as a dedicated transport. The Assault Terminators, again, they can take 5 additional Terminators at 40 points a pop. They can replace their twin Lightning Claws with Thunder Hammer Storm Shield for 5 points. 1 Terminator may replace either a Lightning Claw or Storm Shield with a company standard for 5 points. And again, take the Land Raiders as designated transport. I mean, it's really up to you guys. I like the regular Terminators just because once you deep strike in, you can shoot everything. Granted, if you're using Assault Terminators, I'd go ahead and make them 45 points a pop and give them Thunder Hammer Storm Shields. That way you have the 3+ invulnerable. They're a little bit more survivable. I like Terminators. I like them both equally. So, wow, guys, I'm actually going to be able to get this done in this one go. Alright, so we're on the Vanguard Veterans. Page 76. You get 5 Vanguard Veterans. That's 4 Veterans and 1 Sergeant Veteran for 95 points. Standard Marine stat line, except these guys are in Power Armor and they have 2 attacks. So they have Power Armor, Bolt Pistol, Chainsword, Frag and Crack Grenades. They have special rules, They Shall Know No Fear, Combat Squads, and Furious Charge. They also have Heroic Intervention. Now, this is different than what I remember in 5th edition. So, Heroic Intervention. Vanguard Veteran Squads ignore penalties for disordered charges. Furthermore, the Veteran Sergeant automatically passes the initiative test if he wishes to make a Glorious Intervention. I do not know what Glorious Intervention is. Find out later. You can buy up to 5 more additional veterans for 19 points a pop. Any of them may take items from the melee list, or from the melee weapons list. Any model may replace his bolt pistol and or chainsword with a hand flamer for 10 points, grav pistol, inferno pistol, or plasma pistol for 15 points. Any model may take any of the following: melta bombs for 5 points, storm shield for 10 points. The entire squad may upgrade to take jetpacks for 3 points, and the sergeant may replace his bolt pistol and or chainsword for a relic blade for 25 points. If they do not take jump packs, you can take drop pod, rhino, razorback as a designated transport. These guys are really cool. I think they're overpriced for what they should do compared to Death Company. But here's a really cool build that I had thought of for these guys, and it makes them to be 60 points apiece. So, yeah, odd, right? How I could think of that. You replace their bolt pistol and chain swords, and you give them thunder hammers and storm shields, and you give them jump packs, and that equals to be 60 points a man. I know it's crazy, it's really weird, but you're having these Vanguard veterans with a 3++, running up the field, and I guess you could give them like a priest to give them feel no pain. Man, it's just dirty. I mean, you get 6 of these guys, or you get 10 of these guys like that. Thunder Hammer, Storm Shield, at 600 points for the squad. That would be a cool apocalypse thing to see. But one big pie plate comes down and they whiff their invulnerable saves, and you're out 600 points. I mean, because they only have 1 wound. So yeah, I mean, these guys are kind of cool. I like them. I think Death Company and Sanguine Guard do their job infinitely better. But that's just me. I could be wrong. You guys tell me what you guys think. Alright, for now on to the last of the elite choices. And it's the oldies but goodies, the last but not least, the Stern Guard veteran squads. You get 4 veterans and a sergeant for 110 points. Standard Marine stat line, they have 2 attacks. They're basically Vanguard veterans that can shoot effectively. They have power armor, bolt pistol, bolt gun, frag and crack grenades, special issue ammunition, which I am going to go over because it begs to be gone over because I love these guys. I loved them as a Salamander player. So, they have 4 different ammunitions they can take that they can choose from every round. They can say, okay, I'm going to use this round. Or they can just use their standard bolt gun rounds. They have Dragon Bolts, which is range 24, strength 4, AP 5, rapid fire, ignores cover. Cool, for blasting guys out of cover. Hellfire rounds. Range 24, strength 1, AP 5, rapid fire, poison 2+. Really good if you're just one that docka something to death. If the shots need to count regardless of the AP, Hellfire rounds are the way to go. Kraken rounds, or Kraken Bolt. Range 30, strength 4, AP 4, rapid fire. This is your, I'm going to go out there and touch you round. Yeah, I mean, at 30-inch range, yeah, they can touch practically anything on the opposite side of the field that needs to be touched with at turn 1. And the last special issue round is the Vengeance round. It's 18-inch range, strength 4, AP 3, rapid fire, gets hot. From what I can remember, Vengeance rounds were developed to kill traitor Marines, so Chaos Marines. They are so volatile in nature that's why they have the gets hot, because they are AP 3. Vengeance rounds are cool. I've used them. They're really good against Chaos Space Marines. And other Marines in general. Let's say you're Marine versus Marine. Vengeance rounds, just at AP 3, just do the hurt. That way, power armor guys just don't get saves. Kraken bolts are really good against scouts. I mean, if you can see a scouts, I mean, they have AP4. They're going to get their cover save, but yeah, I mean, each one of these rounds definitely has their uses. Hellfire rounds, I say, are like monstrous creature killing potential. If you need to get a lot of wounds on like a Terminator, or what am I saying, Terminator? On a Carnifex, like a Tyrannifex, some big monstrous creature. The Nightbringer, for instance, when I faced them when Necrons got done the last 2 times, where the Nightbringer was the ultimate badass, man, Hellfire rounds took him down because it was volume of dice at him, and he could not make that many saves. But yeah, so they have the special rules, or the Stern Guard have the special rules. They shall know no fear. Combat squads, furious charge. You can buy 5 additional of them at 22 points a man. They can replace their bolt gun with a Stormbolter for 5 points. Or they could take Combi Flamer, Grav, Combi Flamer, Combi Grav, Combi Melta, or Combi Plasma for 10 points a model. The Stormbolter is kind of good to change up, even if it is 5 points a man, because the Stormbolter is 24-inch range, Strength 4, AP 5, Assault 2. So if you want these guys to assault, the Stormbolter is sort of the way to go. But let's be fair, the bolt gun as a whole, because you get both the special ammunition rules with both guns. If someone tells you otherwise, they're lying, because I've had it placed on me to like, oh, well, you only have a Stormbolter, that means you gave up the special issue ammunition rule. No, you don't. So just put that out there. It really ticks me off that there are players out there that still say that. 2 veterans may take 1 item from the special weapons or heavy weapons list. Cool. That means you could take 2 heavy flamers or like 2 plasma cannon guys or whatever. The veteran sergeant may replace his bolt pistol and or bolt gun with one of the following: chainsword for free, grav pistol or plasma pistol for 15 points, lightning claw for 15 points, power weapon for 15 points, power fist for 25 points. The veteran sergeant may take melta bombs for 5 points, and like always, you can take drop pod, razorback, or rhino as a designated transport. I like these guys to be drop podded in. Just my thing. How I'd run these guys is I'd run 10 men deep, 2 melta guns. That's the only upgrades I'd give them, really. That's the only upgrades I have really ever conceivably given them, except for the Stormbolters. But yeah, I mean, the melta guns just give you that versatility, that if you need to go tank hunting, you can. Or if you need to go armor hunting, you can. Or, say you come across, like a Carnifex, and I got this guy sitting over here. I mean, Carnifexes have high toughness. I think they're toughness 6, but still, I mean, it's nothing to shake a stick at. I mean, you can just, 2 melta gun shots and it's going to hurt it. Plus all the special issue ammo. I mean, the melta guns just give you the benefit of the doubt. Sure, you can take plasma guns. You run the risk of overheating. That's why I like melta guns better. So, gotta love cherry limeade. So that ends the elite section of this Blood Angels Codex. It is quite a beefy section. There are 10 choices out of it. If I had to pick the top 3, man, that's kind of really hard. My first top choice would be the Death Company squad. I like them. I love them. Particularly because you take 15 man of them, and they come with relentless rage and feel no pain. So in my opinion, these guys are the ultimate close combat choice for the Blood Angels. They're gonna dish out a lot of hurt. Next would be Sanguine Guard, and I've only really gotten to that point because I bought them on. I actually really thought of some really cool ways to play these guys, and I like that they have the 2+ armor save, the Artificer armor. Granted, they are expensive. They are 33 points a model. They're 165 points just to take, 5 of them. As with the Death Company, they're 20 points a guy. I mean, the points do add up. That's why I put Sanguine Guard. I'm gonna almost classify them as a 3. The Sanguine Guard are good. They're good. They are probably good elite killers. Like these would be good Terminator killers. Just regular Terminators, not Storm Shield Terminators. Making them take those invulnerable saves. I mean, these guys, and particularly if you take the chapter banner upgrade, to make them go to Strength 5, I think that's what it does. But yeah, I know the chapter banner upgrade was really good for them. So yeah, those guys are just good by themselves because I like their swords, and you can give them that axe, for free. Now the third choice, number 2 is really a tie. So I'm going to have to say this is my top 4 list now. It's a tie between the Death Company Dreadnought and the Stern Guard Veterans. And when I say Stern Guard Veterans, I'm meaning taking a drop pod with them because that's how I'd will them. Drop pod and 2 melt guns. Same with the Death Company guy. I would bring him with a drop pod in a heartbeat. Just drop pod him in. The rest of the choices are fairly good. Both Terminators would be a 5 in my book. The Dreadnoughts, the Furioso is the last choice I'd ever take. Just because I just don't like it. If someone can make an argument for me or to me that frag cannon is worthwhile, I might consider it viable, but in my opinion, it's the weakest of the Dreadnoughts. Even if you drop pod it in, it's the weakest of the Dreadnoughts. So, alright guys, this is Michael of Painted War Games. We're going to get on to the fast attack choice here next, which covers Rhino, Razorback, Drop Pod, Land Speeder Squadron. Ooh, that's nice. Assault Squads, Bike Squads, Attack Bike Squads, Scout Bike Squads, another big list. So yeah, it's sort of going to be a big one. So that's probably going to be a 2-parter too. So, alright guys, this is Michael of Painted War Games. I'm signing out. And as always, keep gaming.